Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for February 12th, 2025. This is for Cancer. Last shuffle for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Listen, today lately have been, the readings have been very personal, it seems like. So I apologize if this is like, you're like, oh, okay, I don't know about this, right? But that's kind of where they've been going, it seems like. Every reading was like deeply personal, but great gratitude. There's something about, for you, especially if you're married, having great gratitude for, or being grateful for your spouse. Your spouse convinces you or tries to convince you to get away from toxic situations, and you should be grateful to that person and trust them, because this person wants you to have whatever your heart's desire is. They believe in your destiny, so I have to throw that out there. And they do love you, and they want you to be around, surrounded by love always. So if you are married, that is definitely something I'm seeing. If being grateful for your past with this person, and there's something about being happy, being coveted in some way. I tell you what. Okay. I will say this: if you believe in angels, right? Which it doesn't matter if you do; they believe in you, kind of vibe, right? It doesn't matter what you believe there. If it exists, it exists. You know, it's there. It doesn't matter. But Archangel Raphael is in your space, and it seems like trying to open doors for you. There's something about you having a dream when you were young. I keep seeing like reuniting family. You may have wanted that, or healing in some way, and I'm seeing healing very strongly here. Um, even a physical even if you have like a condition, a disease, or some kind of illness, um, Archangel Raphael is trying to help create miracles in that department. It's important that you open up to that presence. It's important that you imagine yourself and the people around you filled with light, surrounded by light, and feel them being healed, surrounded by healing energy and love. Every part, every moment, every cell of your being, every thought, everything. It's important. And you may need to use the color lemon as far as your imagination, like the lemon yellow. And maybe it doesn't have to be, but I'm seeing that. And it's because it's like trying to open up their minds to see things from a different angle, innovative way of realizing, you know what, we can really come together. Or innovative healing is if you're sick, or if you're not well, or something, you know, lemon, the lemon color, the scent, the fruit. But if you're imagining light around yourself, that would be, it would help to access innovative ways to heal. So Four of Cups, Six of Cups here twice, and the Devil with great gratitude is a great. You will be very grateful for your imagination. You may have a very vivid imagination, very vivid. You're not a literal person, and maybe you are literal, but your imagination is just as powerful. That's something that you should be grateful for here, and that maybe you're one that is more, you gravitate more to your imagination or imaginary side, or your fantasy side, than you do the reality. Perhaps you like cartoons, you know, and lots of heartfelt, you know, like Hallmark movies or something here. Lifetime, well, Lifetime lately has been like, what? Back in the day, Lifetime was Hallmark when I was young, and they had like the baby story and all that stuff. I used to watch that all the time. But now every time Lifetime comes on, it's like, okay, I trust no one. Check, got it. But the Sacred Temple, with Justice and Five of Swords, speaks about how There may have been a dream that you had when you were younger, and you may feel like it's not fair, like something's not fair, and that you can't pursue something now. Things can't be fair. You don't always get what you want. You're meant to pursue what's in your heart. You have a destiny. Some of you need to look into your, I know I've said this before probably to you, but if you look in your chart, look for Yod, Y-O-D. It's considered like the arrow or the hand of God, and it will direct you in the right direction as far as what your destiny is. What are you meant to do? What are you here for? You need to look into that because it's showing up. I'm seeing for some of you, you if you are healing from an abusive relationship, that's coming up as well. Archangel Raphael is a miracle worker, and they'll connect you or reconnect you to your family if that's the case too. A lot of this is going to be something that you can't plan. With the Five of Swords, this is like Five of Swords. Sometimes it's like you're going to have to think on your feet. Like you're going to have to do some fancy footwork, and don't worry, everything's going to work out. The kind of thing with justice, it's going to work out. But they want you to feel yourself and people being healed. Imagine the light around them, and it's repetitive. So I'm saying it over and over. But I'm seeing angel number 1144. 1144 speaks about how there's love and happiness around the corner usually, and it's something so much better than your imagination. So your imagination is powerful. You're going to be grateful for your imagination because you're going to be shocked into like, I never let go of that dream, and then you get the dream and it's better than you thought it would ever be. There's a rare opportunity, and this could be in business or work, exciting encounter or something with people who are just like you that's coming up. It's like around the corner, and it will exceed your expectations. The number 1144 is so important. It could be a date, it could be a time, but it definitely, if it shows up, you know that something great is around the corner. Like you're about, whatever it was you imagined it to be is coming. Whatever you imagined for yourself. There's a milestone here with Empress and the Eight of Swords. So you finally have gotten to a point. For some of you, you've been ignoring it or kind of like turning a blind eye to something, but you're finally getting to a point where you feel trapped and you feel stuck, and for some of you it's very negative. You may also feel like it's time to grow out of this. It's time to get out of this situation, whatever the situation is. They're not really signifying it. This could be a marriage, but it definitely doesn't have to be. This definitely could be work related, of the Empress. But it's like it's high time for you to have to get out of something. Okay, you may feel almost like imprisoned, and maybe you're not. But it's like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of this situation. It's time for me to expand, grow, something like that here. You need to ask yourself what your heart wants. What do I want? Okay, there's something here about, well, what does my heart want? I don't know why they're asking that. That's an interesting question in this situation. They're showing you need to think about this repetitively. You need to think about also too, not looking at how, well, they seem to have it all figured out, or I want what's over there, not to say jealousy or coveting, but like looking at other situations and going, why can't my situation be like this? Why can't I be in this space? It seems like everyone else is having a certain level of life and love and happiness that it's like, what am I doing differently? You need to know what's for you is for you, and it won't pass you by. And that, especially for those looking for love, they're kind of throwing out here too that if what resonates with you will resonate with your partner, okay? Like they will have this a similar imagination, similar fantasy, similar dream. But however this goes, they're wanting you to really resonate or question this multiple times. What do I really want? What do I really, really want? It's time to question that. Two of Pentacles with Queen of Swords, happy success. So this talks a lot about how being aware that perhaps it's like being aware that perhaps that if you make certain changes, if you tweak something a little bit, and it's like you could think on your feet and figure things out, you'll be really successful. It just looks like you have to really think on your feet here. You're getting, some of you are really trying to get out of a really a situation where you feel like you're dealing with a shark, like you're dealing with somebody who's like a predator. Not, I mean, it could very well be literally a predator. So, but someone who feels like, it's like you feel like they're harming you, or they're trying to ruin your, you may feel like that all the things that they're doing could be ruining your relationship or ruining your home situation, or something. They're putting something at risk. And so there's something about me needing to change things. I'm just going to have to think as I'm doing it, go along with it, and try to figure things out as I go. There's something about you being very adaptable. Tap into, if you have Sagittarius in your chart anywhere, tap into that adaptability. Sagittarius may be very important. It may be a Sagittarius you're trying to get away from. If you're trying to figure out what decision to make, you can make a pendulum. You can even use yourself as a pendulum. They're also showing, like if you get leather or a string, or like even sometimes you see pendulums and it's like a chain and a stone at the end, and it doesn't have to have a point, right? We're not asking for it to point directly to something very small. We're asking to make a pendulum. Of course, you would use sage to cleanse it, or whatever it is that you would like to do. You could put it under the moon light, or selenite, even laid on some selenite, whatever, cleanse it. And then I would say front to back would be yes, left to right would mean no, and ask questions, right? Ask some questions to get some answers. Use your body as well. And it's like you would have your feet on a flat surface, right? And maybe shoulder width apart, and make sure you're just solid and standing. And then ask your body questions, and you will sway forward for yes and backward for no. And test that on small things, on things you know to be true, so that you can see how it works. It does work, very much so, right? So yeah, they're asking you to do that. So I'm just going to leave that with you. Like I said, these feel very personal, and I've been kind of shocked, because I'm like, what in the heck? This is definitely not a general thing. They're giving me everything but people's names, which is different than usual. But you could be dealing with a Libra quite strongly. We have Taurus, Capricorn here. We also have Aquarius or Gemini here. So you could be a Gemini Cancer cusp, and or dealing with a Taurus Gemini cusp, or an Aquarius Capricorn Aquarius cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.